Boker Tov. This week's Torah portion begins with the words of Haya Ekev Tishmon. If you will listen to my commandments. But Rashi immediately points out that the word Ekev literally means a heel, like Yaakov, who was grasping the heel of his brother Esav, and he was called Yaakov. And Rashi says the deeper meaning is, if you will listen even to those commandments that people trample upon with their heel. It's human nature that people associate certain importance to commandments that they consider major, like fasting on Yom Kippur, and sometimes neglect mitzvot, like not speaking gossip. They trample on those mitzvot. And therefore the Torah says, listen to all the commandments, even those that people neglect and stomp upon. But the very next chapter, chapter 8, begins with the words, Kol ha-mitzvah, all of the commandments that I command you to do. And Rashi says, why does it say the entire commandment? Why doesn't it just say the mitzvot? And Rashi says that it's teaching us another fundamental lesson, and that is, when you start a mitzvah, complete it. Kol ha-mitzvah. Do the entire mitzvah. And perhaps here you have a balance. On the one hand, strive to do the whole mitzvah. If you start something, finish it. Complete it. On the other hand, if you could only grasp the heel of a mitzvah, like Jacob, who all he could do is grasp the heel of his brother Esav, like Jacob, who could only grasp the heel of his brother Esav, grab onto whatever part of the mitzvah you can. Whatever's within your reach, whatever's within your grasp, do even the Ekev, the heel of the mitzvah. And eventually, like Jacob, you will acquire the entire birthright, because once you start, even with a little bit of the mitzvah, it will eventually lead you to the entire mitzvah. Today is the most joyous day on the Jewish calendar, Tu B'Av. Why? Because the Talmud says that in ancient times, in Talmudic, biblical times, in the Holy Temple stood in Jerusalem, the custom of today was that it was the Jewish version of Valentine's Day. But you see, on Valentine's Day, people think about their Valentine. On the Jewish equivalent of the secular Valentine's Day, we think about helping other people find their soulmates, their loved ones, their future Valentine, so to speak. It's about helping everyone experience love of building a marriage and a beautiful home. And therefore it says that on this day, the boys and the girls would dress up in their finery, and there was an abundance of kindness. Girls would loan each other beautiful dresses so everyone should look equally attractive, not trying to outdo each other. They would go out into the vineyards of Israel, and the boys and the girls would meet each other and say, choose a bride, choose your soulmate. And there were many, many hundreds, if not thousands, of matches made on this day, and therefore was considered the happiest day on the Jewish calendar. And the modern day message is that we have to not only look to celebrate our soulmates and our marriages and our love, but look around us and say, who could we help find their bashert, their soulmate? I want to tell you a story about a young woman that I know. She was a religious girl, dating for years to find her bashert, and to no avail. She could not find her soulmate. And after years of dating, she was so burnt out and so frustrated that she said, you know what? I'm no longer going to look for my soulmate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to help others find their bashert. And then, in the merit of that, God will help me find my bashert. And she had an idea that she actually implemented. It's called Bashert Now. You see, in religious communities, people can't go on dating apps. It's not considered modest to go and put your profile out there for everyone to see and then to just swipe and choose. We work through matchmakers who know both parties and bring people together. So what did she do? She came up with a concept called Bashert Now. You could go on the internet and see it. It exists now for over 10 years. And basically, there are two categories. If you're single and you're looking for your bashert, you could upload your picture, your profile, your information, your contacts, your references. And then, if you are either a matchmaker or just someone who wants to help people find their bashert, and I'm actually signed up as a matchmaker for a very nominal fee, you could receive every day 10 profiles, 5 girls, 5 boys. and you read their resumes, and if you know someone that they may be good for, you just forward information to them, or you do some research and try to set them up and make a shidduch. She started this program to help others find their soulmates. And every time there's a mazel tov that through her system someone was able to make a shidduch, she sends out a mazel tov email saying, congratulations, bashert now, couple number such and such has gotten engaged with the names, and congratulating them. She is now over 1,000 shidduchim, 1,000 matches that she has made through her program. But here's the best part of the story. As I said, I know this young lady, and she's married now with children. You see, when she came up with this brilliant idea, she didn't know how to design a web page or program. So she asked around, and someone referred her to this young man in Flatbush who's a web designer. He builds websites and programs. So she called him and met with him. And for a number of months, they worked together on designing this Bashert Now website and program. And with time, they started to form a relationship, a connection, a bond. And they fell in love with each other and realized that they're each other's soulmates. And now they live in Boca, married with beautiful children. And she told me, my husband is a foot shorter than me. I would have never gone out with someone who's a foot shorter than me. But once I met him and I saw his neshama, I saw his soul, I saw how beautiful he was, what a kind, lovely, terrific human being he was, I didn't care anymore. And sure enough, we're happily married now with a family. And she says, sometimes, like Akev, people trample on suggestions or proposals. They say, this person's not tall enough, they're not this enough, they're not that enough. And they trample on a proposal, on a suggestion. Look beyond the external and the superficial. Remember, you're looking for your bashert, your soulmate. And therefore, give the person a chance. And that's the message of Tu B'Av. Help others find their bashert by showing them the goodness of the person and helping them choose their better half. Have a wonderful, joyous day. Let us all participate in this mitzvah, even if we could do only a little bit. Make a little introduction. We never know where it's going to lead. You start the mitzvah, and Hashem will help you complete it. Have a wonderful